Hi, it's me, the Immoral Oracle, and I am coming into a reading that I've already started for you, and I've started it 4 times. And one of my kiddos came in, and I had to start it again. And I thought, I'm not going to. I'm just going to pick up where it has been and be concise with you because at this point, I'm feeling the energy in this reading myself. Okay. So I'm using the Dead Inside Oracle deck. It's dark, real, and hilarious. Under that deck, you got Overthinking Hour, Racing Thoughts, Insomnia Loops. Okay. This is up at night. This is Nine of Swords energy. This is like we've got a lot going on here mentally. Okay. Obviously, there's not a lot of movement in this card. We'll jump to your first card: Wake, Work, Scroll, Repeat. Burnout, cycle, routine, collapse. Okay. Scrolling instead of healing, numbness, mindless, distraction. Okay. Under the deck in the tarot, you've got sorry. Well, I guess we'll talk about that too since it jumped. You've got Page of Wands. So, what Page of Wands is trying to do here, it's trying to revive you. Look at how lighthearted this energy is. But Wands is about creation, it's about fire, it's about motivation, it's about what lights you up, what really drives you. Okay. And under that just flew out is Six of Wands. That's success, that's recognition, that's triumph, that's she's got her wand ablaze, her mic or whatever this is, and Ace of Cups right behind that. I'm drawn to that too. That's all heart. That's a fresh space. After Five of Cups, something really disappointing and maybe even some depression, which numbness, mindless, distraction. I could see that. Okay. So whoever I'm talking to, whoever this reading is for, there's been an energy of, I want to say overwhelm, but it's not just that. It's like physical overwhelm, because you're literally doing too much. And then even when you're relaxing, like what you're doing is not relaxing you because it's not coming from a place like inside. You're still being gnawed at. You don't feel like you can rest. Maybe for someone in this reading, you actually aren't sleeping well. Okay. But it's because you're needing to be back in touch with this creative passion, this fire, or I just got the why, like back in touch with your why or what, like the thing that drives you. Because Nine of Wands in most decks can be about burden and boundaries that are needed. It can be about almost even like restrictions, like because you see she's behind this fence, it's right in front of her. But the thing about it in this deck is it comes through beautifully because this is her looking at in the and saying, I know who I am and I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it, right? And I'm tired and I have some obstacles and I have had some obstacles, but like I've got my walking stick and I've got my light. And if you look in this image, the fence is not very high. It's not going to take much. She does have to have enough energy in her thighs to like bend them and get them over that hump. But like, look at that determination. She's got it. Okay. But she does need to stand there a moment and collect herself and wait until she has the energy. And the other thing that needs to happen with this overthinking hour and scrolling of healing instead of healing is that the Eight of Swords came through as well. And I was really drawn, it came through sideways. So that's how I'm reading it because that's how it wants to be read. I was really drawn to how overthinking has all these. And then here she has these crows around her head as well. It's complicated, crying over a situation. So there may have been emotional disappointments. Or, I mean, it could have been like things that fell through in business dealings or whatever in the recent past. Sorry, because that was under there. But basically, that's just telling me, like, in the recent past, you have not gotten what you have wanted, what you have set out to get for yourself. And you have not felt very fulfilled in whatever is going on in your life. And Eight of Swords, though, in this image, first of all, this one's blindfolded, okay? And then this one, instead of looking in the mirror, she's looking away. Like there's something she's avoiding in herself. And the thing about Eight of Swords is traditionally it is a mental prison of your own making. And it is one that you and you alone can remove yourself from. Not the circumstances, they don't even need to change. This is a matter of will and direction of thoughts, like an intention. And that can be about not ruminating, or that can be about specifically like meaning like not looking at something because you're thinking about it too much, or this energy can be, to stop avoiding. And that's what I'm getting here, to stop avoiding looking at something here. Okay. That you're maybe you're just not looking at the fact that you are really needing. Oh yes, that is what it is, because Seven of Pentacles was the last card that came out. I didn't have it on the deck. I forgot it was here on my legs still. Sorry about that. But I don't want to skip Strength. But you are needing like real world solutions. For you need to do inventory about how you're spending your time. Okay. But Strength wants to talk, because Strength has this Page of Wands energy behind it. Like, look at how blissful and energized this woman is. This is inside of you still now, because Strength is here. Regardless of how this is feeling, how burdened or restricted you're feeling, and you are on your final push and you know it. You just got to get past this red tape internally or whatever's going on here, maybe externally. Okay. You got to take a look at something. You got to be honest with yourself. But also, something about this is like reminding you in this process to remain humble and gentle. And sorry, I just humble always makes me laugh, because my boyfriend says he's the most humble person you know. And if you're saying you're humble, you're not necessarily humble, and that is the joke. But anyway, so um Strength always wants to talk about like humility and gentleness, like more flies with honey. That actually is that's like a firmer rooting. That's a stronger power center. That's like the center inside of you. That's where the power and the strength is coming from, right? So the humility always comes through in this card, but the way it comes through in other decks is that the woman is putting her hand into the lion's mouth, and the lion doesn't bite her because she's so unassuming and gentle. And that really, like, that type of grace and that quiet power, that really is strength, right? Not like brute force or like storming the castle. Like, true strength like takes time, it's slow, it's patient. And that is the energy coming in with Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles wants to talk about, in this deck, I love how it comes through. It wants to talk to you about, first of all, taking inventory, right? But it also wants to remind you that, there is more. Like, you have done, if you're Nine of Wands, you have done more, maybe more work than you're giving yourself credit for. Okay. Because these roots are under the surface, you can't see them, right? But I mean, there's so much more growth here than the tree itself. But it needs this nourishment under here. These things were just as important, right? Because if it was root rotted or if it was root bound, then the tree wouldn't be doing well. But in this deck, it's also talking about like the act of creation and the act of consolidation. Okay, that's what this energy wants to talk about, because you have to be mindful how you're using your time, or you're going to exhaust yourself more, like a hamster just spinning your wheels, right? So, but Seven of Pentacles, that wants to talk to me about, this is all like, get out of your mind, like stop running around like a chicken with your head cut off, sit down And like, we'll use the example of like, you know, you need to do, this is literally just an example. This is probably nobody's story, but like, you need to do a essay for school. Okay. You started researching, like you've done all these random outside things, but you haven't just sat down and written the outline. Like you haven't just sat down and like collected your thoughts, put a pen in your hand and said, okay, I need to include these kinds of things. Oh yeah, at the end I'm going to have to include my sources. Like that's the energy I'm getting off of this card, and it could apply in any situation. Like even if somehow, you know, this is like you're burdened, you're burdened because you really like to experience like happy, fulfilling, joyful love, but like, you know, your current situation just sort of like doesn't allow for that. It's like, okay, but like, how can I tweak and where can I insert those things into this or whatever, right? So like, this energy is here to support you. You have fire, you have Leo, and you have fire here. And then you have Eight of Swords on its side is great because it is, well, I shouldn't say it's great. It's better than being upright because it is saying, to some degree, you are not bound in these thinking, but something going on in the process in your mind, or something that you're not sitting down and looking at, is kind of blocking you, because when it's sideways, look at how much space it takes up on the table as opposed to like that, right? So we'll move it like this for the purpose of the reading, because now look, she looks more clear-headed in this direction. She does. And she looks like she's just kind of remembering gently, like, oh yeah, that did suck, but like that's not where she is right now. So I like that, and we're going to leave that like that visually for you. But yeah, we need to get excuse me, sorry, into the Seven of Pentacles and know and trust that you have the strength. This infinity symbol, this is like forever energy. Okay? But that's coming from slowing down and making a list or something to that effect. All right, I'm going to get out the Rebel deck and see what she has to say. She's going to leave us with here. I'm tired too, just being in this reading. So, like, babe, this isn't the kind of tired where you can just take a nap. You really need to like reorganize and prioritize your life. It's kind of what I'm getting. Because this wants to come out, man, whatever this is, this little project or this playfulness, your inner child, like whatever it is for you. Put down your fucking phone, like log off the internet, you know, like something to that. Oh, here we go. Okay. What is the advice of the Rebel deck? What is the advice of the Rebel deck? Okay. Oh, there. This is the answer. This is it. You're giving too many fucks. You're giving too many fucks. Give zero. Give less. Give less fucks. Right? Behold, I have planted my field of fucks or whatever, and behold, it is barren. Like that's what I'm getting right now. You got a feeling you just can't shake the little voice inside of you? Listen to that. Yeah, that's some inner child shit trying to come through right now. Under the deck. Whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Yeah, so give less fucks. Focus, like really focus, recenter your energy and your effort and your fucks, babe. Okay? Till next time. Mwah.